What am I doing? What am I doing? Flat Earth British. Subscriber channel, Lee speaking. I am so tired. Look at. Right. Let me start. Right. So, if you're ever going to do a vlog on YouTube, and you don't have the brain power to use OBS Studio, and you just use a tube catcher like I do, yeah. Always make sure, this is very, very important, that when you put select audio device, that you put in microphone array, yeah. Because if you don't, yeah, what you might end up doing is spending 56 minutes and 34 seconds doing a vlog talking, yeah. And then when you press stop and then you play it back just to check everything was okay, find out that there's no sound, yeah. And then, right, be careful, yeah, to not try and start again, and then having started again, then go and double check that you had put the microphone on. After a minute and 36 seconds, realise that you still hadn't done it. Okay, so that's my evening. Yeah. So I didn't want it to go to waste. So what I decided to do is I'm just going to play the video with no sound, give you a running commentary, because I'm so gutted. I didn't save any pictures. I just closed them after I used them and stuff like that. So it's just utter disaster. Right. Oh, where is it? There it is. So I'm just saying, yeah, hello, Flat Earth British, sub-channel of Flat Earth British, sub-channel of Flat Earth British. It's like getting dizzy. And then just sort of like saying I was going to just do a quick run through of, obviously I said subscribe to Martin Leakey, and then I'm going back onto Flat Earth British sub. If I'd stop talking, right, okay, just move along. Oh yeah, look, I even checked. Oh, where's it gone? I even checked to make sure everything was all right, and it wasn't, and I didn't even spot it. Yeah, well done, Lee, well done. Right, yeah. So basically, I just went through those. Yeah, I just went through those. Just giving you a brief rundown about why I did them, what they were about, and just went through some of the comments that people had left and sort of like re-commented. Okay, still double check I'm all okay, yes. But, so there's actually no point in me going through that now, unfortunately. Because it just wouldn't be the same, you know, I'd just be repeating myself. It's sad, isn't it? 53 minutes. Oh, gosh. Look, I spent so much time doing that. Maybe it's just as well, maybe it was boring. Right. Hopefully I can remember what I said. Yes, I said I was just saying I wanted people to understand that your mind can be blinded, and then you can see things that have been hidden in plain sight in front of you, and you won't see them because your mind's blind. And so this was kind of going to be like an exercise for you, not sort of like, you know, not looking down on you and saying, oh, you're thick or something like that. I'm just saying it's just an exercise for you to look at something in a completely different way. And I was going back to this because I'd done a little vlog on this, that perhaps that these were some kind of electrical machines that emitted some kind of sound or frequency and stuff like that. So here I'm just sort of like starting to make the point, just saying, like, normally we look at these buildings, and we think, oh, they're religious, they were made by holy men, and you've got like little saints and little priests in all of like the cubbyhole things all around, so it's easy to sort of just see these things as that and never question it. And of course, you never would question it because nobody had ever said anything to you or to make you think that. But if your brain is trained, if your mind is trained to look at things in a completely forcibly different way, searching for a different perception on anything that you look at, you could look at those buildings without anybody saying anything to you, and your eyes would tell your mind what you're looking at. That's what I'm hoping, and that you can apply that principle to all life. Let's get back to my ugly mug. So yeah, looks like I'm just saying what I just said. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a bit of a jump. Oh, no. That's okay. I was just jumping through because I'd got lost as usual. Lost my train of thought. Oh, I just can't believe I did that, people. I can't believe it. Yeah, you're shaking your head. I'm shaking my head. Yes, I'm lost at this point, so I was just going to flick through the tabs to remind me what on earth I was going to be talking about. So I totally lost it. So I think I flicked through, flicking through, and then I went, oh yeah, I know what I'm going to say. So I just said, subscribe to Martin Leakey. And there's some pictures I prepared earlier. Yes, I was looking at this photo today, earlier, and my eyes just told me something. Yeah, these things here, these circles, Martin had been talking about these a couple of vlogs ago. There's a lot of them on the coasts and Wales. They've all been blocked in, or they shoved a clock in there or something. Yeah. I was really amazed by these. Hopefully I'll zoom in a minute. Got no idea what I'm saying right now. There's no point in turning the volume up or down, mate. Oh no, that was a zoom. Yes, I'm just saying, originally all of these things that we call windows weren't windows. They've all been bricked in. They all would have been open originally. I mean, this is what I was saying on my last vlog about this kind of stuff. So it's all bricked in now. Yeah, but it all would have been open at one point. So now I'm zooming back in to the point I was supposed to be making before I digressed. So I said, right, now look at this. Look at the edge, all these sort of beveled edges around here, around this shape, all these tiny little beveled edges. And then here on the inner circumference of the circle, you've got tiny little beveled edges as well. Now I say, now imagine that this whole thing here was a moving part, yeah? And in between, these edges aren't quite touching the inner circle there. There's a gap, so it could free spin. But in between the gaps. Hold on. Yes. Yeah, in between here, like that gap there, as this thing's spinning, the air will be forcing into those little bevels on the outer circumference there. Yeah, but also the air, yeah, it's going to hit that, bounce back, spin around in all of these slots as it's spinning. Let's just say it's going anti-clockwise, yeah? Spinning around, and it's bouncing off the edge, and then it's bouncing back onto the spindle thing itself. And then this one, yeah, it's different. It's like little arches going all the way round. And the wheel part itself is kind of like smooth and round. Yeah, so you can imagine if that was spinning around, what kind of sound that you would be getting. Yeah, some kind of frequency noise coming out. So there's one type there, and then there was this type here. You'd get a different sound, wouldn't you? And here, well, that's like the same as the other one. It's the same as the other one. So I don't know. So that's like one subwoofer, that's another subwoofer, and that's a tweeter, for example. I'm not saying that these are real. Yeah, I'm just saying that these buildings, I believe, they're not only functional, but built into the design is their function. The buildings are telling you what they are, what they do. Yeah. So now, okay, let's see where I am. Yeah, so we've got the wave pattern. So if you look at the roof here, if you look at the roof there, you can see like a wave pattern, the same as the inner part of that circle. I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you see that bit around there, yeah, it's the same on the roof. See, it's the sound. That wheel would make that sound. Yeah, it's like a wavelength. Yeah, and here, look at these arch. That's like sound waves, yeah, on a monitor. So your eyes are telling you that you're looking at a building that's to do with sound, frequency, wavelength. Yeah, it's built into the design. This is what your eyes should be telling you. So again, I'm not saying that this is real. This particular these round things are actually the actual mechanism. I'm just saying, you know. I mean, the glass wouldn't be there anyway, but it's just all built into the design. It's perfectly functional. I mean, these round things might have been an actual piece of machinery in this complex itself to begin with. You know, somehow it worked with the pipes from the organs. Not quite sure what I'm saying here, but again, I mean, everything about that building says sound to me. Because I don't see the lie. I don't see it as a church. Right, so now I'm going on to metal. Obviously, these are supporting things. I'm just making a point. This is not what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is just metal supports. But these actual buildings have metal running all the way through them, from the steeple all the way through everything. They've got metal. I think it's iron. I've actually seen a picture of a Russian church where they've got steel rods hanging from the ceiling almost to head level. I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere for it. Can't find it. So I don't know what I'm saying at this point. which is a shame. This may be just a point where I'm saying the entire structure is filled with metal bars. Yep, that it starts from the top, from the very top. Yep, and goes all the way through. All those little columns, everything. This is all metal. Get on with it. Get on with it. So, do you still see a church, guys? Or your eyes showing you something else? Okay, so this is inside one of these buildings. You're lying on the floor looking up, I suppose. Okay, so just look at it. This is what I say. I say just look. Just look. I'll leave you to just look at it. Tell me what you think. And then and then I don't know what I'll do next. Oh yeah, and I said, oh yeah, and then have a look at this one. Same viewpoint, different machine. Yeah, artistic license or something else. I said, I'm not going to tell you. I just want to show you something, and you tell me if you see anything, any similarities. Obviously, these are all relay systems. It's just how it works. It's just the nature of the beast, or the ghost in the machine. So I'm saying that they're relays. Yep. And it's all metal running all through this, people. So all of these little junctions here are relays. Now, of course, it's all been doctored, isn't it? You know, there's all little figurines of holy priests and monks, and who knows what they've etched into it, you know, to destroy the evidence. But these are relays. There's just no other point to what you're looking at other than this being some kind of a network, a relay. And even though you've got all this web here, this network, it all goes down into a point, which is here. This is just one of them. This is just one point. It all feeds down into here. Yeah, so from the roof, through the relays, down into these columns. It's like a wire, you know, going into a trunk, you know, like on a server or something like that. Yeah, so I'm just pointing out. And then you've got like the arches, you know, so it's like wavelengths again being passed from trunk to trunk. Yeah, it's a system. This is a system. It is channeling, relaying. This is a machine. Yeah, I'm just going back to just say, yeah, I know I'm talking about metal running through buildings and stuff like that. I'm saying, but it's not for support. It's not about building support. They did do things for building support. Hopefully, I'll get to that in a second. I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, I'm looking for supports. So yeah, here's a support. Hold on. Oh, stop moving. There's a support there. See, it juts out. There's another one there that's jutting out. It's not a really great photo, to be honest. I should have been better prepared. I said I'm jumping. I'm not going to jump back. Oh, please hurry up. I suppose I could speed it along a bit. Speed it along. Oh no. Oh yes, I found one. This is a better picture. So yeah, you can see that, can't you? This is what they did to support these buildings. Yeah, they did that because these buildings were very high, so they needed to support. I mean, it's so good. This is probably like good enough for an earthquake. If you had an earthquake, this kind of supportage, and all the corners and everything would keep this building together. Yeah, or maybe not an earthquake. Maybe when they built this machine, they knew it would vibrate, it would take some pressure, and so they overdid it with all of these supports. Yeah? So, two kind of things there really. One, because of height, stability, and two, probably because they knew that thing would be generating some vibration for sure. So I'm saying they didn't need iron bars going throughout the building to support it. It wasn't for that reason, Why build supports on the outside if you've got supports on the inside? Because the inside ones weren't supports. Oh no, I've jumped. I've taken a mental jump. I don't know what I'm going to do now. What on earth am I going to say now? Maybe I'm just going over the same thing again. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's not pretty. It's not. It doesn't say anything, does it? It's nothing. It's practical. It's functional. It has a purpose. You can see it. Oh gosh, where are you going? So yeah, right. So I've gone back to this, yeah, along the whole thing about supporting and the metal beams and all that lot. I said when you get little buildings like this in your local village or hamlet or wherever you live, you've got these supports here, yeah. Now that's overkill for such a short building. Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you've got like really like cathedrals and stuff like that, yeah, it's because of the height of the building. So I'm saying with these buildings, when you've got these supports on the sides, as you can see there, it means that this complex, this machine, is far lower. Yeah, because you've got the bracing on the sides and there and there, there. Yeah, but yeah, you can see there's been a mud volcano somewhere around here because it's all come down at an angle. You can see that, can't you? So yeah, just when you're going about your day, just you see these buildings, just check out for them on the sides. If you can see them, that means that building goes a long way down. Yeah, see, like jutting out. Yeah, so you don't need this. They didn't do it for that reason. Yeah, I think I've finished the point there. I think by the looks of it. Yes, I'm just going back to the trunking on the inside. I'm trying to look for some good examples. Yeah, that's the trunkage, see, coming down there and there and there and there. Then it's all integrated into the rest of the building. You've got wavelengths, stuff like that. But again, it's all coming back into like this trunking, which is going down. What I think I mentioned at this point, oh, maybe not. Yes, it's another good example. See, you can see that looks like a trunk kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, what is the point of that? Why? It says nothing. It doesn't say anything about God or anything. Yeah? So you've got all the metal coming through the bars, and in here, I don't know. It might be really thick to go further down, but this isn't ground level. So whatever this is funneling down, yeah, the machinery that might have once been in it might be below ground level here. Might be buried. Yeah. So if you dug all this ground level out, this might become operational once again. You never know. If it's not that, then it might just be it just goes straight into the ground and then just affects plants and stuff like that in a positive way. But yeah, then again, look, everything's just channeling down. Yeah, from the top down. Yeah, the relays are up here. They're coming into these like tubes. Yeah, and that's integrated into these and bouncing off, going down, 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 down. Yeah. It's all uniform, guys. Yeah, uniform. If this was the house of God, there'll be no uniformity whatsoever, because nothing in nature is uniform. Everything is different, at least in some way. Everything. If you've got a garden, no blade of grass is the same. Not one. This isn't the house of God. No. This is a machine. I don't understand the technology of it, but my eyes are telling me what's going on. Yeah, it's coming down, it's filtering through. Or perhaps it's coming up from the ground. Perhaps it's that. Yep. I mean that's got nothing to do with God, is it? I mean, that's some kind of a machine. It's like a boat or a spaceship, if space existed. I mean, it's just no, nothing to do with God. That is engineering, guys. Monks couldn't build that. You telling me every Catholic monk that ever lived was a qualified, skilled builder and craftsman architect? Leave it out. I don't know what I'm saying now. Probably what I just said. But look at it. Look, it's like tubing, like cabling, like massive cabling going into the ground from the sky or from the ground going up into the sky, one way or the other. Look at it. All the relays all up here. This is an exchange of some kind. Relaying, converting. See, look, poof, going into these tubes. Yeah, it's all metal in here, guys. All metal inside there. Iron. What next? I think I'm just looking for more pictures. I think. I hope. Yeah. I mean, can your eyes see it? Yeah. Either something's coming out from the ground, coming out like a tree, and then going up here through a relay system and then out through the top to come out. Yeah, but I don't know. I've never really given it any thought until now. But I'm more inclined to think that something's been taken out of the ether, yeah, and then channeled through down into the ground, or down into some kind of machinery that's below ground level. Well, the most recent ground level. Yeah, I don't know. I just you can see it, can't you? Surely you can see it. Yeah, coming in, coming in. Nutrient? I don't know. Don't know what it is. Yeah. Yes, I think that's about it, guys. Yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to say thank you to people who've been commenting recently, being quite positive about my videos and stuff. Really do appreciate it. When you're doing this, you do sort of like think, well, I didn't think it went that well, or blah 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 blah. But I know I'm not that eloquent, etc. etc. So it's easy for me to be sort of like negative about it and everything. But no, your comments really, really help. Wise Ups comment a couple of 3 or 4 days ago, that was really helpful. And then Flat Earth British Martin Leakey joining me on the battlefront against the Illuminati and the outsiders. Yeah, I mean that was really great. I felt a bit vulnerable doing that, but it had to be said, didn't it? Had to be said. They have to be called to account. If they've got some kind of morality where they have to declare everything that they're doing, but in such a way that people won't notice, they've got some kind of a rule to live by. So maybe they have to obey if we call them out. So I thought I'd give it a go. And there was Martin, being right beside me. Hi, Martin. Right beside me there. Brilliant. Really, really inspired me. Thanks, Martin. All right, I think that's it. Bit of a weird vlog of a vlog. Yeah, weird. Anyway, what was the point of this? To give you another example or pattern that your mind can uh, attach to, a principle. Again, I've given you another principle for your mind, so that in your everyday life, when you're going about doing whatever you're doing and you're looking at things, the world becomes unfamiliar because your mind has reset itself and you're looking at things in a new way, in a way where the objects present themselves to you rather than you presenting your indoctrination onto those things. Yeah, because you can't understand things like that. Yeah, because if I say, this is a bad example. If I say blue, yeah, that's it. You're dead. You're never gonna. That's it. That word is so profound in your mind, yeah, that it will get rid of reason, gets rid of perspective, gets rid of everything. Blue is blue, and that's it. Yeah? Unless somebody could just get blue and just mess it up in your head, yeah, and then you could look at something and you're like, is that blue? Is it blue? Is it blue? I'm not sure. Yeah? And then the object itself would have to tell you what it is. If you see what I mean. I know it's complicated, isn't it? Anyway, no more headaches. Good night.